yes, there has been cross-voting, but even if there wasn't any cross-voting, would it have impacted the results we are seeing? Absolutely not, because the NDA bloc clearly had the numbers, irrespective of whether the BRS was voting with them, against them, absentations, etc. Tom Vadakkan joining us on the broadcast. Hi, Abhijit, you continue to be with us. Thank you. Tom Vadakkan with us. Dr. Hamid Hussain, Congress spokesperson, with us as well. Dr. Hamid Hussain, there was great confidence that your entire flock is together. Looks like your entire flock is not together, and there has been some antar atma ki awaz that has worked against you. It seems there are 14 of your members at least who have voted for someone who was not your candidate. Ho kya gaya ye?
Shreya, can you hear me, Shreya?
Yes, yes, Dr. Hussain, please go ahead.
Yeah, I categorize victory in three different, categories, One is the numerical victory, the other is moral victory. Then third is, there is the issue-based victory. As far as moral victory is concerned, definitely India Alliance has won.
How?
Because the vice president candidate has already categorically said, this is the vote for the nation, this is the vote for the constitution, this is the vote for the democracy. This is the narrative he created. And then other side you see, Radhakrishnan has not been able to create any narrative as such, there is no match. And when you compare the, the categories of the qualification of these people, definitely the India Alliance candidate was far better.
नहीं डॉक्टर हुसैन सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है that this is moral victory, but how is this any moral victory? The fact is your candidate has lost. The fact also is that all the people in your bloc who were supposed to vote for Justice Sudershan Reddy, well, all of them have not voted. Only 300 have voted, 14 have not voted for him. So how is this any kind of victory? Anyway, I'll let Tom Vadakkan come in. It's nice to be optimistic, even in defeat, but let Mr. Tom Vadakkan come in. Mr. Vadakkan, good evening. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is a huge... This is a clear indication that India has won, that nationalism has won. There are these excuses that are being given that it is a moral way, and that Radhakrishnan, from the days when he was in charge of Kerala, and this gentleman has been humble Karyakarta of the BJP, and his active life been always for service.
Mr. Vadakkan, what do you mean by nationalism has won? Please help me, please explain that to me and my viewers. Are you trying to say had Justice Sudershan Reddy won, that would have been a defeat for nationalism?
Yes, it would be defeat for nationalism. I'll tell you why.
He's someone who served in the Supreme Court for 4 years, sir.
I'll come to that, Shreya, I'll come to that. He served, there is this devil serving in hell also. Milton's poem. I won't go that way, but let me tell you something. When he was Justice of the Supreme Court, which side did he take on the Naxalite issue? This is why I pointed out by the Home Minister. He was not the only one on
that bench. No. It was the decision of a Supreme Court bench to disband the Salva Judum.
But he played an active role at that juncture. And one more thing, when he goes and takes photographs with Lalu Prasad Yadav, who's convicted,
what is this?
He's not even a voter. Third, this gentleman about the soul of democracy. He's talking about the soul of the shoe, because he has nothing to do with democracy. He is representing another anti-national team which wants to come from the back door and establish itself. Here is a democratically elected government. Now, for example, the Sindoor expedition, this war that we fought against terrorists. Now, this is part of the nationalism that is combined. When 14 of their members voted.
What does the vice presidential election have to do with Naxalism, with Operation Sindoor?
No.
But no. The vice president elections are about whether you have the numbers or not. That is what every election is about. Some sort of narrative has to be said, but I think it is a little unfair to say that a man who has served as a justice in the Supreme Court of India, who has been Chief Justice in at least a couple of high courts, you're calling him anti-national this evening. Mr. Vipaksh, maybe we should be a little graceful when we win. Anyway, I'll let Dr. Hamid Hussain come in and respond to you. Boliye, Dr. Hamid Hussain, it seems that at least the BJP believes that Justice Reddy should not have been allowed to contest these elections at all because he is quote-unquote anti-national.
This is Kamal hai. You see, during Modi's tenure only, he was a judge of the Supreme Court. What actions Modi did took? You should have taken action to, have the impeachment then. It's shameful. Such things should not come. It should be graceful. We respect your President and Vice President cannot. We should respect our Vice President. There should be semblance of dignity and respect for each other. That's one thing. Secondly, what is BJP doing? Meetings after meetings in a party with the ministers, with the NDA partners, and going around and using tactics like bullying tactics, sending a EV to the sons of Gadkari and all that. You're trying to dictate, and you see the condition of Nepal now. Today is the news. It was a very huge news. Let us not be dictated out. And what is Jagdish Thankar? How was he unceremoniously, he was shown the door? That is not the way you should behave. You should not be dictator. You should not be autocrat. You should not be arrogant. You should not use bully tactics. You should not use
who's been bullied? Are you trying to tell me that all the parties that today abstained, the BJD abstained, the BRS abstained, Avaris Punjab they abstained, ZPP abstained, all of them were bullied into not voting today? Because honestly, even had they voted, it won't have made a difference to the results.
Regardless of that, you tell me how much BJP has worked. You see the nervousness. There are party meetings and with the meeting of India, with the ministers meeting, and putting all the messages together. Why this nervousness? Why this fear of losing?
They have their numbers. But Mr. Hussain, please concede defeat here. They have their numbers and they have some of your numbers as well. So this is a failure for you, a double failure for you. Not just has your candidate lost, your candidate has also not got 14 votes that your candidate should have got. So there is some introspection that is required in your camp as well.
Listen, I consider it a moral victory. Numerically, we have lost. And Shreya, I'll tell you what this vote theory. There are
no vote theory in this election. It was all secret ballot.
What about vote theory? 78 seats they have won because of vote theory. Minus 78 votes.
What are you saying, Mr. Hussain? 8 minutes. Mr. Vipaksh, let me come to you. Give me a minute. Dr. Hussain, did you just say that this election was won with vote theory? Because this election में तो vote theory हो ही नहीं सकती.
Shreya, I'm trying to tell you is that because of vote theory only, NDA has come to power. Had not NDA come to power, their candidate would not have won. That is what I'm telling. I'm not saying there is vote theory in this. And secondly, you told there are 15 votes that have become invalid. Maybe that India has voters, so there may be cross voting. So, you're saying on it.
Invalid votes is an interesting question. There were 15 invalid votes. Was this deliberate or was there a genuine mistake because of which these votes became invalid? And these votes that are invalid were counted as invalid. Which camp did they come from? Did they come from the India Alliance? Did they come from the NDA? Now, those details we don't have because this is a secret ballot. Go ahead, Mr. Vipaksh. I think you wanted to come in.
I can understand the feeling that they have. They've lost it and they say it is a moral victory for them. I'm lost for words, What kind of situation is this when we are still losers according to them? And it is a clean voting. Everybody voted and they call it vote theory. Can you believe this? I knew this was coming. And that is why I said he is ganged up with these anti-nationals. I'm not particularly saying he's anti-national. He is ganged up with the anti-nationals. And that's the biggest mistake he did. And that, I think, is being part of the story that has happened.
From the BJP. We are also hearing Mr. Vipaksh from the BJP. We are hearing from Nishikant Dubey. He's saying that the Naxal mindset has been defeated. He's saying that Rahul Gandhi's unity is now over. This essentially is the first reaction that is coming in from the NDA camp. The Naxal mindset defeated, he says, 15 opposition votes in favor of the NDA, which means Rahul Gandhi's unity is absolutely over. Dr. Hussain, you may not like Nishikant Dubey, but what he's saying is, I don't agree with the first part of his sentence, but the second part and the third part of his tweet are true.
See, the Naxal, generally these people brand the JNUites as the Naxals, but they forget the fact that S. Jayasankar, me and Sitaraman, Nirmala Sitaraman, all are from JNU only. See, this is not branding an university. Then secondly, when this farmers issue came up, farmers bills were passed, were pushed through. There was a farmers rally and all that. They said, no, Naxals wale kar rahe, these are urban Naxals and all that. Okay. What is this? Now, after that, they came back and they withdrew that also. Again and again, they are withdrawing that. So there's no point in doing that. They should have maintained grace and all that. But I think there was nervousness in BJP circle. Therefore, they tried everything to win this election. Now, there was nervousness. There was fear of losing. And then bullying tactics also there. Then Jagan Reddy was phoned and talked about CBI. They told me about CBI.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. We have the Home Minister of the country tweeting as well. The tweet on your screens. Let me also read it out for you. He's of course congratulating Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan on being elected as the Vice President. He also goes on to say nice things about him and says, I extend my warmest wishes to you and to your journey as the custodian of the sanctity of the upper house. So ladies and gentlemen, the big story here, there are at least 14 MPs who have cross-voted from the India side. Who they are, we don't know. It's the story that will make headlines tomorrow. But for the moment, C.P. Radhakrishnan has been announced as the new Vice President of India. Many congratulations to him and his party. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a quick break.